we're right in downtown Denver.
Oh my gosh, it's so cool. You can just walk outside and be right in the middle of downtown Denver.
I love the vibe, I love the feel, I love being in the city. There's a lot going on. You can find a lot of found objects out there. You can find, nature.
Every time I come to Denver, I got my list of places I want to eat because the restaurants here are amazing.
There are food trucks outside to go for lunch.
I knew because I read on my little flyer from art makers, and I was so excited because I love food trucks.
You can take workshops elsewhere and not have happy hours and food included.
The happy hours that they do afterward and the morning yoga that we do and the lunches that are served in the main area, it's just a really nice opportunity to meet other people, new people, like-minded artists that are interested in the same things you are, and that is really nice. There's a lot of opportunities for socializing with people from other classes, and that's inspiring all on its own.
Some are more craft oriented, and this one has something it has a feeling like it wants to be more of a fine arts quality about it.
I have been to a couple of them, but not like this one. This has been fabulous.
Really classy, really elegant and classy. I think a lot of the other retreats, have the issue with their hotel based. This is beautiful building, gorgeous lighting.
And we were here in the McNichols building the first year. So now that it's been renovated and updated, it's even better. Here in my space, everybody has had plenty of room to spread out, and that's really nice.
And you're not in little tiny classrooms. So it's been nice being open and being able to see everybody else's work as well.
Students can walk around and see what other classes are doing. They can take 10 minutes break and go and check out what other instructors are offering. Even some people have friends that are taking other classes. So it's nice to be able to walk around and check that out.
You go and everybody's like, oh no, it's not even done. And you're like, wow, this is amazing work.
Or it's just people walking around saying, wow, cool, you made that? Oh my gosh, tell me about that. What are you making over here?
I wish I was a student and not an instructor. One of these days I'm just gonna come take classes myself.
It makes me want to take some of these other classes.
You got great instructors, you got great classes.
This is a wonderful opportunity to take classes with a lot of really great instructors from all over the country.
This is actually Janet Nunn's grandmother's house, and we were able to paint it. Each house turned out different. Every single house was different, whoever painted it. I love working with Janet Nunn. I learned a lot today, and it was a great experience.
Illustrative drawing with forms was the first day. Second day was illuminated letters and borders. And today it's Golden Age watercolor techniques.
This year I had a one-day class of painting hand-painted paper, which are the papers that I use for collage. And then I followed that up with a two-day class of making more paper, because you could never have enough. and then collaging on day 2. So tearing and gluing down on day 2.
It feels great. It feels like it's grown since the first year when I was here, which is exciting. It feels like the people who are here are really excited to be here, to be teaching and to be learning. Everyone seems to be having a really nice time. I paint and I design patterns on the computer digitally that are used on things like fabric, cell phone cases, rugs. For the first 2 days of the retreat, I was teaching intuitive painting without a plan, jumping in, not knowing what colors you're going to use, not knowing what shapes or forms or ideas are going to come out on the canvas or the wood panel or whatever you're creating on, and discovering that as you're painting. We lined everything up along the wall at the end of the second day, and it was amazing how much work we created as a group.
My wife and I started the business in 2011. We have a greeting card line, and we also offer workshops and classes in our store and a studio in Colorado Springs. Helen reached out to us last year when she wanted to order our products for her store here in Colorado, and invited us to do a hand lettering demonstration at last year's Art Makers Denver. And it was so great, and the Art Makers group is just so awesome that we couldn't say no. We were really psyched to be here.
So I looked at the schedule online and saw that there was a lettering class, so I looked up Ladyfingers on Instagram, and I kind of became a little obsessed with them, and I really wanted to take this class. I've been interested in lettering for a long time, and trying to incorporate text into my work.
So this year I did a 1-day just strictly calligraphy class where I taught students how to use this pen with Asumi ink, just straight paper, working with alphabets. We also created some greeting cards and envelopes too. I think it's beautiful to have hand-addressed cards and envelopes these days. People love to have something like that in the mail. And then today I taught different ways to use lettering in art, whether it's collaging, rubber stamping, stenciling. Students were allowed to use pretty much whatever theme they wanted to.
I take a bunch of crap and make stuff out of it and create these shrines and things out of it. And right now I'm in Denver, Colorado at Art Makers, and got a bunch of students here, and we're basically making all sorts of good things out of a bunch of junk that they brought, and we're trying to make some fun, fun, weird, crazy things out of that.
This is an assembly class. You bind things and put them together. He gave us a theme for our assemblage, and it was a birdhouse. So we all had to come with a birdhouse and things. And it's based on a Hungarian witch. She started out as a Cabbage Patch doll. And there is a Cabbage Patch doll head underneath them.
I've been doing this kind of stuff for a number of years. The assemblage stuff, probably a good 20 years. I was a painter prior to that. And the assemblage, the found object stuff, a lot of that was inspired by trips to Mexico, because there's a lot of stuff that's repurposed in Mexico. Very seldom are things thrown away. There's always some preciousness to anything before they have to throw it away. And when I went down there for Day of the Dead, the first time I went down there experiencing that, I started seeing these shrines, and you would find the most unusual things that were building these shrines, and it just sort of opened up my my eyes, like, wow, as opposed to painting these things, I can actually construct these things.
I am a jeweler. I build talisman. I actually spent a lot of time up at the Hill Tribe people in Thailand, I did a lot of studies on talisman. I do a lot of caging work. I mean, I was just impressed at the work the students did. To me, it's like working with sterling silver, working with filigree wire, working with wire soldering. I'm always amazed that people can do this, even when they haven't soldered before. So it was pretty cool.
I have loved it, just watching, seeing what she does, and it's a lot along the same lines of jewelry that I already make now, and I just wanted to expand what I'm doing and learn from somebody that I have followed.
I think one of the things about coming to a weekend like this, or 3 days a week, wherever you go, is that you're with like-minded individuals.
It's like a art party, you just kind of pick up what other people are putting down and learning things you never thought you could learn or would ever learn. I feel like it's such a great opportunity for people to get a really great immersive art experience.
If you're thinking about coming out here, I would just say do it, because it really is nice. I mean, we've all just been kind of hanging together. It's a big open space. Everybody's together, hanging together, and she has cool programs and yoga in the morning. Bring your mat.
I've met ladies from all over the United States, which actually shocked me because I thought it would be more local people. I mean, it just surprising how far people have come in here is what's really shocked me. And everybody's been super nice, super wonderful, and very helpful.
You can tell everyone's just like so into what they're making and sharing what they're doing. And it's not just about making something for yourself, but it's about learning from others. And it just is such a good feeling that you just get from being here.
It just feels very welcoming and creative and artistic. It's got really good energy.
Just the atmosphere is fun, being around people that are creative, and it's very soul-filling of being able to come and do something that you love and get away.
I've heard, I don't really know why this felt right, but it did feel right, and I just followed my heart, and I'm so glad that I did. I'm so glad to be here. And this just feels like my path, and I'm just going with my gut, and I'm following it. This seems like something that I would enjoy. This seems like my people might be there. This might make me happier. If you have any of those feelings, don't discount them. Listen to that, because it's trying to tell you something. And I think if you listen and you sign up and you come and you are here with these amazing people from all over the place, then you won't be sorry.